Oh, hey, welcome back. It's your boy Yoshi here, and we've got another huge Earthfall Invasion update. And this is a big one. Let's see. But yeah, HoloSpark has been really killing it with the support. They've been a little quiet for a few months, but they've been working hard. And now there's this new service station invasion map. I've got my Mountain Dew. I've got my cheese sticks. Let's do this. So the biggest update is they're going from Unreal Engine 4.16 to 4.21. So that engine jump introduces widespread improvements across the board and touches every aspect of the game. So while it's impossible to document every change in Bugfish, we did want to cover some high-level changes, specifically performance improvements in both graphical rendering and game logic code, which is good. HDR mode now renders correctly. Wow, look at all these vines.
Tiny robot doctors?
Oh, guess he's dead. The loading times seem to be about the same, which is on the longer side, but these types of co-op action games typically just take a really stupid long time to load. So do I have to activate the HDR mode? I mean, I got a new computer monitor and it says it supports HDR, so the first 6 rounds are always the easiest though, so let's see. The graphics on both PlayStation and Xbox are greatly improved. I'm curious to know what that means. Does that just mean like pop-in textures? For Xbox users, the game will now identify Xbox One X and S consoles and will provide 4K and HDR as appropriate. So fully supports 4K HDR, which is fantastic. Oh, I was on the reload. There's nothing you can do about that. Just, oh man. What? Try it again, I guess. Was I just not paying attention, maybe? Submachine gun here. Everything seems super smooth so far. No complaints about the frame rate drop. Although every time they're so quiet, they're just surprise, we're here. Oh man. Oh my gosh. What? Are you kidding me? This is regular? Alright, Roy. Oh, you got it. I want to meet Roy's kids, because he talks about them from time to time, and it's in the lore. Doo-ba-doo-boo-boo-boo. HDR is still really new to me. And I can definitely say, is that another Thresher? Jeez Louise. Wow, we survived wave 3. Woohoo! One thing though is that I'm still trying to figure out, like, how do I know that I'm actually seeing HDR? Things look just really good as they are on the TV and on this new HDR monitor. But like, how do I know that it's actually HDR? I'm not sure yet. Whew! We are doing all right.
Reloading.
Oh, there's a crate here. Let's check it out. Yeah, I mean, okay.
Take that.
Danny.
Thanks.
Every single time. Ooh! Ooh! That's so intense. Hey, come get me. 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 This is so crazy.
I need help.
I think with this update, there are way too many whiplashes, way too many thrusters.
They got me.
And we're down. Doggone it. Well, more people have been playing recently, but still not a whole lot, unfortunately.
Reach the dam. We're gonna start up the generator to draw off the aliens.
Looks like the texture pop-in is quite a bit faster, which is always a good thing.
Alpha needs us to get this done.
Gray sent word to Refuge that Sanjay's data was even better than expected. This is our first real chance to make a big difference.
Today's the day we take the fight to the enemy.
Yeah.
Tired of playing defense. Let's roll.
Avengers, assemble. Let's go. I mean, that's a pretty crispy texture right there. That looks way better than it did when this game launched. Yeah. These textures, the foliage, the foliage, like the leaf and stuff. Also, I think does look a lot better in terms of art style. It just looks more realistic. Oh wow, that's just a full-on vine. Is that a? That's not a texture though. That's like an actual 3D asset. Wow. There is no poo fairy. Please clean up after yourself. The sign is smeared with poo. Has that always been the case? I'm not sure if I've seen this sign before. Fences are everywhere in Seattle, like especially on trails. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of little details. See the god rays. Oh yeah. It looks good. It's looking good. No, it's like totally wrapped around, which is not accurate. Moss only grows on the north side in the Pacific Northwest. Still, though, that moss and this... pretty good. All right. Oh, what is that? Did you see that? Oh, I'm getting some weird pop-in. Rip. Interesting. So in reality, like this map is actually fairly tiny. We've got this water area, and then we've got this back road area, and we've got like that little warehouse area right here, and then this road up here. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. I could imagine myself designing a map like this, assuming I actually knew how to. You know what I'd really like to see more of, and not just in this game, but like Left 4 Dead and games in general, is more kind of like how the AI director changes the path a little bit every once in a while. Oh, and like the locations of weapon spawns and ammo reload areas and stuff like that, is just to see slightly different levels of decay. And so like we've got this car right here in the pond. What if sometimes we rendered that and it was, you know, somewhere on the road here and it was totally fine? And then what if sometimes we would have some of these cars like all crashed together and on fire? Just random things like that would change every once in a while. We'd get a slightly unique environmental render.
Throwing a grenade!
Oh. I swear, like, I'm shooting at him point blank. These guys just, they won't die. He dies no problem. The regular drones, like, no problem. But the soldier drones with the little, like, tiara thing. Oh, those clouds. Look at those clouds. They look really good, too. This wide open vista. Like, that's rendering pretty nicely. Even though that's just part of the skybox, probably.
Here's the road. Let's just find our way inside the dam.
This should be rendering in HDR, right? Now, I can't capture in HDR, but like, cause this is like the sun and it's a lot brighter, right? There should be some of that HDR. So in terms of, I know like for HDR photography, right? It just captures the brights and the darks and then it brings them to the same level, right?
Got this.
But for video, does that mean the same thing? It's just bringing the brights and the darks to the same level? Or does that just mean that the darks are a lot darker and the brights are a lot brighter, but they're still balanced? I don't know what it means for video and in terms of a TV.
Fisher, watch out!
Throwing a grenade!
Oh, Okay, I mean, that's pretty pixelated right there. So that's not looking good. That's not looking good at all. These cat reads. Well, and then of course I'm like it's right there in my face. Like obviously it's just a really flat pixelated soft texture. Yeah, so texture-wise, meh. But I mean, the game's not, you know, called Cattail Simulator 2019, so it's not a problem. Yeah. Dude, really? This was supposed to be fixed. So the pathfinding kind of took a step back, it seems, maybe. But yeah, the whiplash or the blackout would get caught like that all the time when the game first came out. Did I kill it? Yes, I did. So that's interesting. Unfortunately, that happens a lot in programming, that when you fix a bunch of stuff, every once in a while, some old stuff comes back. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining my game. This is so exciting. Yeah, see, people do play. It just takes a minute to find them. It's great, though. Feels so good. Woo. That. Hey, it's 85 degrees. Genie version 3.2. Huh. Warning, supplies low. No Wi-Fi. I've never bothered to look at that screen before. Interesting. Of course, there are many bug fixes in the engine itself, so players who used to have odd one-off configuration issues will find those resolved. I think that's just a PC problem. General, fix the ability to play solo with no network connection. Oh, good to know. I didn't know that was an issue. Cool. Significant improvements to AI pathfinding. That remains to be seen. Well, it was fixed, but since we saw that blackout get caught on the stairwell, I'm a little worried. Get off. Oh my gosh.
Done.
See if there's a... Oh, is this an auto turn?
Check out this resistance mass crate. I set up the auto turret. Throwing an arc grenade.
Go, go. I'm coming, I'm coming. Come on. Let's go.
Please help, I can't get up.
How is this thing not dead? Like, we're on normal, like, seriously? Oh. Ah. Jeez, that was ridiculous. You should use it, it's really cool. Oh, I just got grabbed by the whiplash, of course.
Roger that, I'm on my way.
Help me up.
Chain gun.
Oh my gosh, no, 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 get it off, shoot it off, shoot it off. Oh. How is this normal? This is like way harder than normal. Oh my gosh.
Get the printer going and you can use whatever you want.
So yeah, unfortunately, it looks as though the bots and the blackouts now have some of their pathfinding issues back again. As we can see here, Maya is trying to get up and find me, but she can't.
Guys, I'm seriously hurt.
There's also a ton of other improvements that I didn't really touch up on. Feel free to pause at any time. But the final one that I wanted to point out is this new enemy type with the blackout and the beast fused together called the Fused Beast. And it's pretty intense.
Beast down. It got me. Help.